Dave Hansen is a farmer, a dairy farmer from South Dakota. His heart led him and his wife to Haiti.
It was on our 20th wedding anniversary that we first had the opportunity to become involved in missions. And I approached my wife in this manner. I asked her if she would like to go to the Caribbean for our 20th anniversary. She envisioned pristine beaches and the blue water, and she said, "Oh, yeah, that'd be fun." And then I kind of snuck up on her with the fact that it was to go to Haiti to build a school in the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere.
Sleeping on cement floors for 9 nights. It was not an easy trip. The leader of our team warned us that it would be a culture shock.
On that first trip, the Hansens helped build a school. Now, more than 20 years later, their nonprofit organization supports 5 churches and 5 schools. They feed 900 meals to the school children every day, and their lives have been changed forever.
Well, there was a girl standing in the doorway, and she was stirring something up, and we didn't know what she was doing, so we stopped to ask her, and she said she was making food for her baby. And of course, I love babies, so I said, "Bring the baby out." And sorry. It's a hard story to tell. She brought the baby out, and it looked like a little old man. It was 2 weeks old, and it was starving. So we told her she had to get it to the doctor. And she did the next day.
It's not our fault there are poor people. It is our responsibility to do something about it. So I think that lots of farmers and lots of dairy farmers fall into that category of feeling the responsibility to do something about it.
We really do have starving people in the world. It's hard to imagine sitting here that there's people in the world that'll go hungry and won't get the nutrients that they need to have to sustain their life for the next day or the month or the year. We just need to make sure there's a good supply of healthy, wholesome food.
According to the United Nations, hunger is the world's #1 health risk. Every day in the U.S., 50 million people are at risk of hunger. Around the world, 1 billion go to bed without enough food.
I feel very strongly about the challenge that we have ahead of us, which is feeding the world. We need to think about what's happening in the world. What are the needs of the world as far as nutrition, as far as food safety?
That's what agriculture is feeding the world, with wholesome, nutritious product that milk is. And it's just nice to be part of that industry that can take the product all the way from the ground to the kitchen table.
By the year 2050, the world population will grow by more than 2 billion. That's like adding the population of Des Moines every day, the population of Chicago every 2 weeks. To meet the food needs of this growing population, the world will need to double food production in the next 40 years.
You go to these countries that are the Haitis, where you see these children starving. You realize that if you can produce a little more, and everybody does that, it just gives the capabilities to supply that food that they so desperately need.
I'm very proud of the fact that, we are feeding the world. We should step back and say, wow, that's a great role to be in.
What it comes down to is we as an industry, and especially the dairy industry, we have a responsibility to the world, because there's not a lot of other places that are going to have the ability to cover the gap between what we can produce and what the world needs.
Historically, the American farmer has demonstrated a remarkable ability to rise to this challenge. In 1950, there were 5.4 million farms, and a single farmer produced enough to feed 30 people. Today, the number of farms in the U.S. is just 1.9 million, and yet each farmer is able to feed 155 people. Dairy farmers are leading the way in productivity and sustainability.
Like when I was growing up, a cow would probably on an average be producing about 6 gallons per day, and now you're getting cows 10, 12 on up per day. So, you know, that is telling us that we are really doing a good job in taking care of our livestock.
Compared to 1950, 63% more milk is produced with 58% fewer cows.
Our solution to that is through better management, better use of technologies today to produce food so we can meet that demand as we move forward in the future generations.
Today's farming practices produce more food with less impact on the environment. Each gallon of milk generates 70% less manure, a 63% smaller carbon footprint, and 90% less land.
I'm excited about being part of the dairy industry. We will be part of the solution, not part of the problem as we feed the world in the future.
I have complete confidence that we can feed this world that's growing, and if we look at new technologies, if we're allowed to use the technologies that are available to us,
we can feed so many more people. And you look at the world and think, wow, I have an ability to fill a hole and make the world a better place because of what I do. Quality food production, I think, is a noble cause. You think about quality food we need in this world, and if we don't do it, who will?
It's one thing to see pictures on TV of people that are in poverty. It's another thing to be there with them and to put names to the faces. So we have been blessed, and along with being blessed comes a responsibility. And we feel that the responsibility is to do something for others. So that's the thing that keeps us going back.